G'day Internet, I'm Brendan Gasparin and I'm vlogging my journey to build an online course website. So it is 8:40 p.m. on Monday the 18th of August. I haven't got a lot of stuff accomplished today so far. I spent today resting more or less because I haven't been drinking, which if you've watched my previous vlogs you'll realise is a problem. Last week I set up the online course website. I downloaded the LearnDash plugin and I set it up on my WordPress website, but it is just a template. So here's the instructor, it's not me. It needs to be me, I need to change it to me. This is Johnny Jonas apparently. He's better looking than I am, but we'll deal with that later. Yeah, testimonials. But they're all part of the template, so I need to start replacing the template with my own stuff. I am also trying to complete a blog entry every week as well as this video, so maybe that's what I'll do tonight. Maybe I'll try and write this week's blog entry. I'm not sure. I don't feel like doing the website at the moment though, so I guess the blog entry it is. It's 8:25 on Wednesday the 20th of August. I didn't get much accomplished yesterday. In fact, I didn't get anything accomplished unless you count playing Borderlands with your son online, which I do. So I did get something accomplished yesterday, but I didn't get anything related to my course website or my blog or anything done. I drank pretty heavily. I couldn't get through the day. I went sober on Monday, and then on Tuesday I just felt so terrible. The only way for me to get a dopamine hit, and actually I couldn't even sleep. I couldn't stay awake. So I had a drink, I played Borderlands, and then I probably passed out at about 3 p.m, 4 p.m, and slept most of the night. When I got up this morning, I wrote my blog article. It's not completely finished. I have to put a definition of USB down here at the bottom. It's a exploration of computer hardware that goes a bit more in depth than my last one, which just looked at the CPU and the memory. So this one covers, I need to put some diagrams in here, but it covers other connections like the input-output connections, SATA, PCIe and USB. There might be some more things I can put in here. I've mostly gone off of my old university notes while I made it. Yeah, the other thing I'm doing is I'm planning on playing Pokemon Black and White. I have a cartridge I bought off of eBay last year. I've got 2 other cartridges. I've got Black and White from 14 years ago with my old save games on them. They actually have 14-year-old Pokemon events on them for a shiny Palkia that was released back then. So I'm planning on playing that this morning, and when I get bored with that I'll jump back in here and I will finish the article and put some diagrams in here as well. So that's my plan for the day. I'll probably hear from my son Brock at some point to play Borderlands. I have to fit all that into a day. There's no point working for myself if I don't take some time out to do things that I enjoy. So yeah, Borderlands, Pokemon, blogging and my course website. That's my plan. So it's 10:30 p.m. on Saturday the 23rd of August 2025. I have not got my blog article finished. Yeah, I did attempt it. I spent a lot of the week playing Borderlands and some of it playing Pokemon, but I did attempt the blog article. What happened was, here it is, as it is at the moment, but it's sort of half one thing and half of another thing. Because what happened was I wrote the blog article at the start of the week, but I used my notes from university, which are 14 years old. So where's Canva? So I used this model of a computer with the front bus and the I think they call it the North Bridge and the South Bridge, but they taught it to us differently in uni. Here's a more complicated version of what they taught to me in uni. So I ran it through ChatGPT and it had a lot of problems with, it didn't like the video being connected to the memory bus, even though that's what they told us. Apparently it's connected to the memory controller, but it's mainly so it can access the CPU because a dedicated video uses its own RAM. But the bigger problem was PCs aren't organized like this anymore. This is 15-year-old tech. It's the what my uni called the memory bus used to be called the front side bus. The North Bridge. And the input-output bus, what my uni called the input-output bus, was called the South Bridge. So the North Bridge allowed the CPU and the RAM to communicate. The South Bridge allowed the input and output devices to communicate through various different standards, and then they're linked together so that the CPU can control the input-output devices. But this is not the way computers are made anymore. Computers are now made with everything directly connected to the CPU, and then the chipset's directly connected to the CPU, but the input-output devices are connected to the chipset, and they all share the chipsets linked back to the CPU. So Thursday and Friday I was writing my blog article, and I was feeding into ChatGPT, and ChatGPT was like, no, this isn't the way computers are made anymore. So I started to rewrite it. Like, I had the first section of my article be, this was how computers were made 15 years ago, and this is how computers are made now. It's a graduation through, where's Word? So to start off with, I introduced the reader to just the CPU and the RAM talking to each other. Then I introduced caches. And then I introduced the North Bridge and the South Bridge. And the input-output devices. So after ChatGPT told me that computers are organized differently now, I put this at the end of the article to explain how they're organized now. ChatGPT said to me, that's stupid. You want that at the start of the article. You want the actual way computers are built now at the start of the article, not how they were built 15 years ago. If you want, put that at the end. So I spent a lot of yesterday afternoon and last night trying to rewrite the article in the way I thought fit, which was with the old. I couldn't be bothered rewriting the whole thing, and I've already introduced CPU and RAM at the start, which are two of the most important components. So I was going to have the first half of the article be how computers were made 15 years ago, then the second half be how computers were made now. But in the end, ChatGPT got to me, so now I'm trying to just explain the way computers are now. I won't explain the way they were made 15 years ago. It's not important to a modern reader. But I got to like 6 a.m. and my brain was falling apart from lack of sleep. And I realized that I have to rewrite the entire article and change the order of everything, because the narrative that I was following before isn't relevant anymore. So I need to move PCIe further up because PCIe is actually what is used for most connections now on the computer. So anyway, I didn't get that done. I'm not going to get it out tonight. So I've decided to keep it until next week. And then I'll post it next Saturday, which means this coming week I'll have plenty of time to look at the actual course website and figure out, set it up so it's not the default template, and also figure out how to actually do the courses, which I'm pretty sure I can handle because I've done all the tutorials on the Learn-Demo site, and I bookmarked all the videos so I can go back into that and figure out how to do the course website. I'm taking it easy tonight. I might look at this article. It's not stressful exactly editing an article, but that's the end of the week. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. You owe me a like and a subscribe, and leave a comment down in the comment section, whether it's nice or nasty. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you are having a good day or night or twilight, and peace out, homies.